Hey everybody, it's your boy Big Ben Chunko. You can find me on X at Chunko Ben. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you show me some love. Like the video, subscribe. Just do your thing. All right, I'll be bringing you week 3 wide receivers to start and sit this week. All right, we're going to jump right into it. The first game we have is the Browns and the Giants. We're going to go over. All right, for the Giants, Malik Nabers, start him. Wandale Robinson, also start him. And then for the Browns, Amari Cooper, start him, and Jerry Jeudy, start him. Neither of these teams have been all that great. I know everybody talks about the Browns' defense, and they haven't showed out yet. So I have no problem going with these 2 wide receivers. Chances are the Giants are going to be down. Daniel Jones is going to have to throw the ball. I know, it's Daniel Jones, but you never know. Malik Nabers looked good last week. And so for that game, I would say start the big 4 and feel confident about it. The next game, the Eagles and the Saints. Okay, so we have A.J. Brown out. So you got Devonta Smith is going to be a smash start. Jahan Dotson to me, if you're plagued by injuries, I would say okay, but other than that, just leave Jahan Dotson alone this week. For the Saints, you got Chris Olave. He's not been good, but I know you probably drafted him in the 2nd round, so he might be your receiver 1. So go with him. He's poised to break out eventually. And, Philadelphia, not a great pass defense. Yes, Philadelphia, not a great pass defense, so Chris Olave should be okay. Also, Rashid Shaheed, start him. I know that might, a lot of people's like, oh, that's a fluke. Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to roll with the hot hand in fantasy football. And keep rolling with it until it's no longer hot. All right, the next game, the Texans versus the Vikings. We got Nico Collins, start. Stephon Diggs to start. And Tank Dell, I'm sitting this week. It's just showing that it's hard to support those, all 3 of them wide receivers. So sit Tank Dell this week. The Vikings, Justin Jefferson's a start. Jordan Addison, it looks like he's going to be out, so obviously leave him on the bench. And Jalen Naylor. I'm sitting him. I'm not buying into it. I'm sitting him. Broncos versus the Buccaneers. Courtland Sutton. I'm going to sit until I see something from this offense. It just hasn't been good there. Bo Nix has been not playing great, so I'm sitting Courtland Sutton. And I'm sitting Josh Reynolds. I'm sitting every Denver wide receiver there is. Just sit them, leave them be, move on. For the Buccaneers, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they are smash starts. Start them, love it. They should light it up against Denver. And you'll be good to go. Jalen McMillan, I'm going to sit. I think he's more like a flash in the pan, week by week. You're not going to be able to tell what to do with him, so just sit him this week. Green Bay versus the Titans. Sit all Packers wide receivers unless Jordan Love plays. Possibility, they're calling him a game time decision. If he plays, I'm feeling pretty confident in starting the Green Bay wide receivers. For the Titans, Calvin Ridley, I'm going to start, and DeAndre Hopkins, I'm going to sit. The Bears and the Colts. I'm really almost off this Bears offense. Caleb Williams looks awful, running around crazy. Now, he has tough games. He didn't play 2 tough games, so, but I'm at this point, you're going to play DJ Moore, so start DJ Moore. It looks like Keenan Allen's going to be out, so you're not going to play him, and I would bench Romo Dunza. For the Colts, Michael Pittman, I'd start him too, even though he hasn't looked all that great either. Start him. Alex Pierce, you're going to sit. Adonai Mitchell, I'm going to sit. And I just heard that Josh Downs looks like he's going to play, but I'm going to sit him too. Because who knows how, when they're coming back from injury, limited time. So I'm also sitting him. Chargers versus the Steelers. I'm sitting all Chargers I'm going to sit all Chargers receivers this week. And for Pittsburgh, I'm going to start George Pickens. The Dolphins and the Seahawks. Now, this gets a little, we all know about Tua. He's out. He's on injured reserve right now because of concussions. So this gets a little crazy with Tyreek Hill. But obviously, you're never going to bench a Tyreek Hill. I mean, he's probably pretty much quarterback proof, so it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, kind of like a Justin Jefferson scenario. So you're going to play Tyreek Hill, and I'm also still going to play Jalen Waddle. But be advised that it might not be good for him. I think Tyreek's going to get his. With Jalen Waddle, he might be the odd man out. So go with caution with that one. But you're not going to sit Jalen Waddle. All right, the Panthers and the Raiders. Oh, I'm sorry. With the Seahawks, you're going to start DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith, and the Jigba you're going to start. And I'm going to sit Tyler Lockett. Panthers and the Raiders. Deontay Johnson, I'm going to start. I know I've seen this crazy thing where people's dropping him. Don't drop him. I know Andy Dalton's quarterbacking now, but, don't drop Deontay Johnson. Hold on to him for I'd say hold on to him the rest of the year. But, he's going to come around. I would think with Andy Dalton, he's going to have a better shot at coming around. So hang on to him and start him this week. For the Raiders, Devontae Adams, I said start. Jacoby Myers, also a start. Because the Panthers have looked horrible. So you might as well play him this week and, hope he scores. The 49ers versus the Rams. Debo's out. So Brandon Ayuk is a start. Jawan Jennings, I also have a start. The Rams, I'm not playing any Rams receivers. I mean, DeMarcus Robinson, if you're desperate. But other than that, run from that. Just turn around and run as fast as you can from them wide receivers. The Lions versus the Cardinals. Amon St. Brown's a start. Jameson Williams is a start. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a start. Greg Dortch, if you need a flex. If you're in receiver trouble, I would say okay. If needed, Michael Wilson, sit. Dallas versus the Ravens. CeeDee Lamb, automatic smash start every week. I think we all know that. Brandon Cooks, if needed, I would say you could play him. And Jalen Tolbert, not falling into that trap either. I'm sitting him also. Zay Flowers, smash start. Rashard Bateman, sit him. He's a bum. He's not done anything. So sit him. Chiefs versus the Falcons. Rashee Rice is a start. Xavier Worthy, start. Drake London, auto start. And Darnell Mooney, I believe, is a good start this week. The Jaguars versus the Bills. Christian Kirk, I'm starting. Brian Thomas Jr., I'm also starting. And I'm also starting Gabe Davis. I think they're going to get some against Buffalo. Buffalo's defense isn't that great. I think all three of these guys could have decent games. So I'm starting all three of them. For the Bills, Khalil Shakir, I'm going to start with caution. I'm going to sit Curtis Samuels and Keelan Coleman. I'm going to flex them if I need them. The Bengals versus the Commanders. Jamar Chase, automatic start. T. Higgins, also an automatic start if he plays. He's going to be a game time decision, so if you have him in your lineups, remember this is a Monday night game. So you're going to have a lot of caution here. If you have T. Higgins, you're going to want to have a backup plan just in case. Andres Lasavis, I know I didn't say that right. I'm going to sit him unless T. Higgins doesn't play. If a T. Higgins doesn't play, I'm going to play him. And also, if you're going to run with T. Higgins, make sure you have like Trent Irwin on your bench just in case so you can plug somebody in. And for Washington, the only one I have is Terry McLaurin. Hasn't looked good. Jaden Daniels hasn't looked good. Well, he looked good on the ground, but as far as throwing, no. So if you have Terry McLaurin, I'm still starting him, but I'm going to be careful when I start him. If I have a better option, I'm going to go with him. And remember, this is also a Monday night game, so we have 2 Monday night games this week. All right, everybody, that's my start sit receiver list for week 3. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit me up on X. I'm always willing to talk football. I love it. So, all right, you guys have a good day. Later.